What is up, everybody? It's your boy Ed. We're here coming hot off the press of the Summer Conference for Vanguard news and reveals for the week of July 8th. There's a lot of information and I'm extremely excited for a lot of it, so I don't even want to wait. If you guys are new here, like and subscribe. If you want to be kept up to news, I post videos every week about news that's happening in Cardfight Vanguard. So first, we're going to go into the Bushiroad English Conference Summer 2024, and I'm going to mainly cover the announcements for Vanguard. So first, they're doing a couple special series tournaments. Sorry for the little scuffed screenshots. I mainly used my snipping tool on my PC when I was doing this because I knew they would go through these slides fast. So, they're doing a new tournament series, Animate a Life Showdown Divines Season 1. It's going to happen from October 1st to October 31st. And participation you get a pack of 5 sleeves with the following design, which is a key art from Divines Z Season 1. And if you win as a champion, or you get a lucky draw, meaning they just roll a die, and then if you're the number they pick, you get a bonus pack. Vanguard Day is coming back for the dates of October 1st to October 31st. The participation card you get is the Hikari Energy Counter. But if you manage to go all the way and take it all, you get the Hikari playmat. So make sure you look at Bushinavi for your local tournament stores that are hosting Vanguard Day in October. Once again, they wanted us to go over the product schedule. They did not make any new product announcements. A lot of people thought that they might be moving, since Night Rose is not coming out until January 24th. The news people thought that was going to be controversial that Matt hinted in his tweet earlier that day was they might have released set 5 before we get Night Rose and Harry. But that doesn't seem to be the case. But those dates are still late into the year, so we could get announcements such as those in the fall conference. They made a ban list update. This is effective starting August 9th. So it's not effective yet. It's not going to be effective for at least 2 more months. But we do have the list. For Premium and V Premium, there are no changes to the ban lists. But in Standard, the Dragon Empire OT is getting restricted into Shiranui. That is matching the Japanese ban list, as well as Luard is getting choice restricted with Saraigon, meaning you cannot run Saraigon in Luard, also following the Japanese ban list. But that's not the only things we took from the Japanese ban list. We also got Willista unrestricted for Lyrical Monasterio. You can now run Elvira with Valshaban, putting Willista back at full power. And for Chronojet is also returning to full power, with Brainwash Swirler no longer being choice restricted with Gigi. Once again, this is effective starting the 9th of August, meaning these will be available for the BCS season. And they also made the ruling of, for the Stride deck sets, you must run the Grade 2 in the ride line if you're going to play the Stride deck set. Speaking of BCS, we got BCS news. First, here's our Shop Challenge promos on screen now. These are the cards you'll get for just participating in a Shop Challenge. And as a reminder, if you take first place and win your Shop Challenge, you get a buy card, meaning you can turn that in when you go to a BCS regional and you get a free win essentially. The cards on screen now aren't nothing too crazy, but still welcomed nonetheless because we're getting hyped for BCS season. They also note that when you go to a BCS, you'll be acquiring goods. First, you get a BCS 2024-25 tote bag as well as promo packs. First, I know what you guys are wondering, what's the bag look like? There's the bag. I know you guys weren't really thinking that, so let's go into what's in those promo packs. There are 39 cards in those promo packs. The first 24 cards in the promo packs are frame rare vanilla triggers, 4 for each nation. Following that, they are also releasing 8 character heal triggers for their respective nations. So now with Dragon Empire, Suo with Dragon Dark States, Brandgate, Keter, and then everybody who showed up in the main episodes of Divine Z Season 1. But then they are also announcing there'll be Nation Crest energy counters, 1 for each nation. So as a reminder, you get 1 pack for participating, and you get a 1 in the total of 39 chances of pulling any one of these cards. They also showed us that Prizing is also getting buffed for this BCS season. So they're divided up between Set A and Set B. So if you get Set A, you get all the stuff across the way of Set A. If you get Set B, you get all the way across from Set B. So going into that, so I've got better res images for you guys to show off what you're getting. So in Set A, if you were to get the Set A prizes, if you make Top Cut, you get the Energy Generator featuring Masanori, or you can get the Energy Generator featuring Now. If you make Top 8, you get a playmat to feature that you got the Top 8, and they're each featuring the OT prize cards that are in the next part, which we'll go over here. And if you are the champion, depending on which set you get one of these two OTs, Grittervault and Ferhendio. As a reminder for these skills, I have them on screen, but they are just the red OT, but just for the specific nations and not Granumentals. They also announced V is getting moved to a side event this year, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be doing like typical free fights, because as you can see, they have top 8 and participation and champion, meaning they could be bracketed events if you decide to drop out of the major tournament. They also announced that they're going to have an anime quiz. The more questions you get right in the anime quiz, you get your name put into the lucky draw, which means if you win the lucky draw, you get this exclusive art from the anime of the Fated One of Time, Leal Amorta. And this is the one that was featured in the final episodes of Season 1. And this was originally also given away as a Twitter giveaway in Japan, but I'm happy we're getting this card in English. If you're a Bushiroad judge, they're announcing a new wave of judge tests starting September 1st, but if you judge a official Bushiroad event, you can get a OT as your redemption for the cards. It is a generic OT, but it is the featured nation of your choosing. And it looks like they come in both borderless and a frame, essentially. So I bet you guys are wondering, when can you guys get any of these prizes? That goes into the next slide. As you can see, I turned into a micro-celebrity overnight with various people such as Different Fight, Edric, Vanguard, and Copystar retweeting my tweet when I retweeted the dates. So let's get right into the dates. For North and Latin America, I did not have access to the other nations or continents at the time of recording. I only had time to screenshot North and Latin America before the site went down. But starting October 5th is the first BCS, which will be held in Sacramento. October 20th, San Jose, Costa Rica. November 9th, Lima, Peru. November 9th, Duluth, Georgia. November 23rd and 24th, Houston, Texas. December 7th, Mexico City, Mexico. December 14th, Philadelphia, PA. If you guys are going to be there, come say hi. January 11th is Vancouver in British Columbia, Canada. February 1st, Rosemont. February 15th, Tampa, Florida. March 1st, Toronto, Ontario, which is also in Canada. March 15th, Caguas, Puerto Rico. March 22nd, Pasadena, California. And to be determined, there will be a BCS, they just don't know where or when, in Chile. Another tournament series they're going into is the Yumishikesho Cup Volume 1. You get a participation crit trigger for participating, and if you manage to win the entire event at your local game store, you get a mat. They also announced the Dimensional Transcendence Constructed Cup will be running from September 1st to September 30th. If you become the champion, you get your choice of either a Venus playmat or a Dayusha playmat. Now that we went over all of the news at the spring conference, let's go over some card reveals that we had during the week. First is Electric Corrosion Monster, Billy Juju. Auto on the rearguard circle. When this unit boosts, if there are 3 or more cards with different names among set orders in your order zone. Cost, put a set order from your drop to the bottom of your deck, and this unit gains plus 5k until the end of turn. Divine Sister, Granita. Continuous, this card cannot be written. If you have not used a Divine skill this fight, this unit cannot attack. When this unit attacks from the rearguard circle, this unit gets plus 2k until the end of battle for each of your rearguards, and it is important to note it does count itself. Resection Angel. Auto on the rearguard once per turn. When your grade 3 or unit attacks from the back row center column, this unit gains plus 5k power until the end of turn. And then they went over the lists for both Harry and Night Rose. So a lot of cards are getting new art and retrained for Harry and Night Rose. So working down the Harry list, if you guys cannot read Japanese, I will read it out for you. In your G Zone, you will have 4 copies of the new version of Dragon Masquerade Harry, and then 4 of the new copies of the Jester Demonic Dragon Lunatic. And I have their arts shown. Well, Harry's is on the left, but Lunatic I'll have on the next slide after we talk about Night Rose. The grade 3s are Masked Illusionist Harry and Flying Manticore. Flying Manticore is a brand new card that was either a retrain, vanilla, or it was just a brand new card added to the deck. Grade 2s, Card Dealer Jacqueline, Direful Doll Ornetta, that is a brand new card that is for the set. Also, Dire Doll Support OP. And Dark Side Princess. Grade 1s include Moonlight Melody Tamer Betty, that will be part of the ride line, Cutie Paratrooper, Masquerade Bunny, Landing Assistant, and Dark Side Mirror Master. The grade 0s are included Happiness Collector, which will be the starter for the ride line, and then they'll have Garmaheld, which is the Dark States OT, 4 Swanky Enthrallers, which is the vanilla crit, 4 Silky Sky Actresses, which is the vanilla draws, 4 Intemperate Spinners, which is the vanilla fronts, and 4 Gambling Jugglers, which are the vanilla heels. And in the ride crest, you will get a energy generator as well as the crest itself for Masked Illusionist Harry. So you have your license to stride. Next list is for Night Rose. Same deal. In your G Zone, you have 4 Night Mist Phantasm Pirate King Night Rose. And the off stride for the Night Rose stride deck set will be Ghosty Great Cane Obadiah. Grade 3s in the deck include Vampire of Night Fog Night Rose, and then the new version, we're going to get a G version of the OG as opposed to the V version of Mighty Rogue Nightstorm. Grade 2s in the deck, Pirate Swordsman Columbard, Witch Doctor of Langur Necrolazy, and Marauding Shade. Marauding Shade is a new card to the set. It was never featured before. We get 4 copies of Parting Shade, which is included in the ride line, but it is a vanilla that got retrained, so it will have brand new skills. Cam the Ghosty is also a new Ghosty card that was never seen before. Tommy the Ghosty Brothers, Witch Doctor of Powderbone Negrobone, and Water Spout Jin, which is the PG that we've seen multiple times. Grade 0s include Undying Departed Grenache, which will be the starter, plus Favorite Dragon will be reprinted. You get 4 copies of Abyss Temptation, which is the vanilla crit, 4 Lost Child of Attachment, which is the vanilla draw, 3 Grudge Hatchets, which is the vanilla fronts, and 4 Elegy Pixies, which is the vanilla heels. And of course, like in the Harry deck, you get an energy generator and a license to stride. And then here are the artworks for what is going to be printed in the stride deck sets. On the left will be Lunatic, and on the right will be the art for Obadiah. They also announced that you will be locked in your G zones in addition to your ride lines for the stride deck sets. Meaning, so even though Harry is a Dark States unit, it will not be able to run Knight Rider, but you can still run Upstream Dragon in Harry. Do with that information what you will. Oh, also, it should be worth mentioning, let's go back before I forget, for Night Rose and Harry, for the dates of BCS, that means because of their release date in English, which we're going to quickly go back to. So, remember, Harry and Night Rose are coming out in January 24th, meaning if we look at the dates for BCS, they will not be legal until February 15th for Tampa, Florida BCS because of the 2-week rule of how long they've been in play. So make sure if you guys wish to play the new Stride deck sets for BCS, you have to do it from Tampa onward. On to more card reveals. Steam Fighter Vajant. when this unit is placed on the Guardian Circle if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Blagmire in its card name. Soul Blast 1, and until the end of battle, this unit gets the red text. When this unit would be retired from the Guardian Circle, bind it face down instead of retiring it, and it gains plus 10k shield, making it a 15k guard. Coming off its debut from the anime, Vadrock Dragon, auto when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle other than during your battle phase. Soul Charge 1, Counterblast 1, and choose a grade 2 or less with a different name from this unit from your soul and call it to the rearguard circle. If you do not have a Vanguard with Blagmire in its name, at the end of turn, put that called card into your soul. A translator note, it is a mandatory soul charge and a mandatory put in the soul if you do not have a Blagmire Vanguard. It also has the skill to continuous on the rearguard circle. During your turn, this unit gets plus 10k power for every 4 cards placed in your bind zone. Face down, I should say. Face down in your bind zone. Sacred Edge Dragon, auto when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle if you have a Vanguard with a Divine skill. Cost, Counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's back row rearguards and put it to the bottom of the deck. Knight of Principality Castile, auto when this unit is placed on the rearguard circle if you have a grade 3 or greater with Rezael in its card name, choose one of your units and this unit gets plus 5k power until the end of the turn. If this unit was placed by your Vanguard's ability, it gets 10k instead of 5k. Continuous on the back row rearguard circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater with Rezael's name in its card name, this unit gains intercept and can intercept from the back row. Tidal Explosion Dragon, Tidal Crash Dragon. Continuous, this card cannot be written, and if you have not used a Divine skill this turn, this unit cannot attack. Auto on the rearguard circle. When this unit attacks, this unit gets plus 2k power until the end of battle for every 5 cards in your drop. Headlance Assault. Act while it's in the drop. If you have a grade 3 greater Vanguard with Shield Fisher in its name, Energy Blast 3, call this to an open rearguard circle, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gains plus 5k power until the end of this turn. Haunted Ball. This was probably made for Baron Magnus, but in my opinion, this is a Direful Dolls buff, like immense buff for set 4. Play this with Energy Blast 3, choose 2 cards from your drop and put them into your soul. If your soul has 10 or more cards, choose one of your Vanguards and it gains plus 10k power until the end of turn. Great Axe / Colossus. Continuous, this card cannot be written. If you did not use a Divine skill this fight, this unit cannot attack. When this unit attacks, this unit gets plus 2k for every 3 cards in your soul. Steam Fighter Ravlana. When it's your soul, this unit gets grade gets plus 2. Auto in the rearguard circle. When this unit boosts, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, you may have this unit get plus 2k power until the end of battle. If you did, at the end of the battle, put this unit into your soul. Now going into the Baron Magnus reveals. Picant Miasma. Auto, when this unit is rode upon Sanguinary Tamer, Soul Charge 2, choose one of your Vanguards, and it gets plus 5k until the end of turn, meaning you're swinging for a 15k Vanguard on turn 2, which is a great number. Speaking of Sanguinary Tamer. Auto, when this unit is rode by a grade 3 card with Baron Magnus. This means it can be the new or OG in its card name. Soul Charge 2, then choose a grade 3 or less card from your soul, and you may call it to the rearguard circle. And here is the brand new Baron Magnus. Providence Disorder Baron Magnus. Continuous on the Vanguard circle. During your turn, this unit gets plus 5k power for each card with Baron Magnus in its card name in your soul. Auto on the Vanguard circle. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, cost Counterblast 1 and perform all of the following according to the number in your soul. If you have 10 or more cards in your soul, you get to draw a card and Arrow gains a crit until the end of the battle. 15 or more cards, in addition to the prior effect, you get to choose any number of your and your opponent's rearguards and put them into their respective souls. Then, choose up to 2 cards from your soul and call them to the rearguard circle and they gain plus 10k until the end of the turn. If you have 20 or more cards in your soul until the end of battle, if your opponent would be calling cards from their hand to the Guardian Circle, they must call at least 3 or more at the same time, meaning they will not be able to perfect guard without dropping the total of 4 cards. More support for Baron Magnus. Dancing of Awakening Marfil. At the end of the battle, this unit boosted. If you have 10 or more cards in your soul, retire this unit. Choose one of your grade 3 or greater Vanguards with Barrow Magnets in its name and reduce the cost of the unit's original auto abilities by 1 counterblast. Meaning, you get a free skill every turn if you do not immediately attack with Barrow Magnus as his first attack. Meaning, if you swing with your other rearguard column and you use the skill of Marfil, it's free. It's just free. President of Glory Morax. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle, if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Barrow Magnus in its name, Soul Charge 1, and this unit gets plus 5k power until the end of turn. Then, if you pay the cost of Counterblast 1, choose any number of normal units from your soul and return them to the deck and shuffle it. This unit gets plus 5k until the end of turn for each card chosen by this effect. Meaning, let's just say you drew your entire deck by using multiple Soul Charge skills. That means you can just shove them all right back. But you might not want to, because you want to keep filtering. But such is the jank of Barrow Magnus. Moment of Silence. Shaluin. Auto. When this unit is placed on the rearguard circle from hand, choose a grade 3 with Barrow Magnus and its card name from your right deck, and you may reveal it. If either you revealed or you have a grade 3 Vanguard with Barrow Magnus in its name, choose a card from your drop and put it into your soul. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Barrow Magnus in its card name, this unit also gains plus 5k until the end of battle. Auto. When this unit is put in the soul from the rearguard circle by the ability of your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Barrow Magnus in its card name, you may draw a card. They also went over some of the older cards that were good support, such as Raylaw Swirler, the new double rare from set 2, as well as old Barrow Magnus cards. Now, let's take a look to see what we're looking forward to next week. On Tuesday on the stream, they will be talking about what happened in episode 2, which is airing later today, and then they will be showing off support for the Destined 1 of Infinity, Levedras, as well as other cards, showing at least a total of 9 cards, including the ride line for the deck. And also on Thursday, they will be going over and talking about a new card that will be Varga support and Avant-Garda support. That's all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed the information and you are hyped for the new BCS season. I definitely am. I'm going to start grinding. But yep, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay happy, stay healthy, like and subscribe for more news, and I will see you guys next time.